Hello and welcome back to our RedRun challenge in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, where today we are taking on Baroth. So step one, we're gonna eat. Because I don't much feel like dying. So we could go for Defender High here, and that's actually exactly what we're doing. Because if we get Defender High, I feel like that's a little better than just getting plus 10 HP. But we didn't get it. That's a shame. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Forgot to put items away after the last quest. Definitely don't want to keep everything with me. Cool drinks are good, though. Do we have much of value to take out? I mean, I guess we've got a lot here, but... we'll probably be okay with what we've got. Bring this cleanser just because. I don't remember whether or not I've done a Pecco in the Moga Woods. If I haven't, that'll be what we do next episode. I'll check after I finish recording this, but yeah. For now, we've got this Baroth to deal with. So let's go deal with it. And then this should be our last key quest for this tier. The completion of which will unlock our Gobble Urgent. And once we do that, we'll get a quest with a Baroth and a Great Jaggy, which is our last chance to fight Great Jaggy. I really wish it wasn't. I have to say, this game's running at 1080. But after having played Monster Hunter Double Cross and Monster Hunter World both this month in HD 1080p, this game doesn't quite stack up. It's almost as though the Wii U isn't as strong as either the Switch or the PS4. All right, Baroth. You and me, we're going to have a good time. Ow. But not terribly ow. Just a little ow. Where are you going? But seriously? I haven't knocked any mud off of you. Bouncing off the face is not a good time. Okay, usually being directly under him is fairly safe when he's doing that. So that means you gotta actually get directly under him, which is never a guarantee. So, interestingly, Baroth does have actually 3 spots that can be caused to permanently be unable to get more mud. His hands, if broken, will never get mud again. His tail, if severed, and his crown, if bashed off. And incidentally, my shield can do impact damage. I don't think it can do enough for us to actually be able to really get his crown busted. Especially because he carries his head kind of high. But it's still a thing to consider. Thankfully, we're not in G rank, so following him while he does his charges is completely safe. In G rank, there would be some mud flung up behind him. But in this game below G rank, there's no such thing. So following a charging Baroth comes with zero risk. No strings attached, no danger, no nothing. It's just a good idea. And now he's mad. But hey, if he's gonna use his rage time to just shake mud, that's fine by me. I'm glad he didn't decide to charge me there. Okay, I misspoke. There is one thing that's potentially dangerous about following him during a charge, and it's that tail movement right there actually does cause damage if it hits you. And now his body is sans mud. Kind of expected to clean a leg first. Like that. Okay, now his hands will never get mud again. Ow. And I really should gather this sparkly. Chances are it's fertile mud, but could still be something useful. A tear is of moderate use. I really want to get more green sharp. This is not nearly enough. And he's leaving. Just gotta follow the puff puffs. It's a lot easier to follow a Baroth as it leaves in every game Baroth has been in after this one. I mean, in Monster Hunter World, they just walk from place to place, so that's super easy to follow. And in Double Cross, they've got the giant crumbly ground instead of just puff puffs. I want to sever this tail, but it's held pretty high up, so if we don't get knockdowns, it's tough to reach. Ow. There's a knockdown. Unfortunately, it had to come with my sharpness decreasing. Yeah, basically our ability to sever this tail is going to come down to just whether or not we get enough knockdowns. Though also when he's doing this attack right here, the lowest point of his tail does hang down low enough for us to hit it when we're not sharpening at the time. So go ahead and shake some mud, buddy. Or you can just keep walking in circles around us. You can also get 1 or 2 hits following a charge. See? 2. Yeah, there are occasional times where it reaches down just low enough for us to actually do something about it. I want those times to be a little bit more than just occasional, though. There's no real great way for us to focus damage on the tail without wasting time. Oh, someone's hungry. I'll take a paw print stamp. Unfortunately for him, there's nothing to eat in this area. He's got to go another 2 areas before he can actually find food. Well, actually, no, it's just 1, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's just 1. Thankfully, him doing that I'm tired animation gets his tail where we can hit it a couple times as well. Provided I time my jump in properly. Do your I'm tired animation. I want to get more tail hits. Oh, good job, Cha-Cha. Whoops, jumped over it twice. That was a mostly wasted knockdown. And I don't even remember which leg it was that he got knocked down using. Which is a shame, because the other leg is probably not too far from a knockdown. And getting more knockdowns is the key to getting that tail cut. And I want that tail cut. Okay, I could have sworn I hit the tail, but I guess we got a knockdown. That was a tail flinch. One more. Actually, I think Baroth's tail, you just flinch once before the cut. And either way, the tail cut is the only break we have left to go for. Because for Baroth, it's just mud, face, and tail. And the face takes impact damage, and not an insignificant amount of it, so I'm not even going to go for it. So as you can see, his hands are not remudded. Just break the mud off once and it's gone forever. I forget whether it's when he has his mud on or off that water is good against him. Either way, fire is good against him in one of those cases and water is good in the other. And hey, we got the tail. Which means that now we are best able to damage him by going for them hands. Ow. considering his hands are his weakest spot once they have been demudded. And that's a limp. So I'll go ahead and carve this. Would you look at that? We got a Baroth tail from the Baroth tail. Who would have expected such a thing? Should I be going and mining for earth crystals? Maybe. We did get a handful of them last time. And I don't remember what we needed them for. Maybe we don't even need them. I don't know. I remember back in Monster Hunter Tri, I did the Baroth Urgent solo, because I did all of the early online stuff solo. And that was when I was still very new to Monster Hunter. And it didn't go great for me. I had a really rough time of it, though. Back in Tri, the monsters in multiplayer were actually scaled for 4 players. So that was probably part of why it took me so long. But the fact that after that, like, pretty much any room you make would have someone going in and asking for you to help them with their low-rank Baroth Urgent. And the fact that I had done it by myself and went through a lot of trouble to do it made me pretty bitter about it. Like, there were a lot of times where I was just like, I did it by myself, you can too. And I don't think I ever did that quest ever again in that game. Baroth was definitely the first wall in Tri. And it was a pretty solid one. I mean, it was in a game with only 18 monsters, and it was an early one, and the first one that really asked players to be good. Dang it. Couldn't dodge. Should probably get health, but then again, he limped in here and I don't have any more first aid meds. And I can take another hit, especially now that he's tired. Good job, Cha-Cha. So I can't just start off with the A button to do shield attacks. That's unfortunate. But hey, Baroth's dead. Quest is clear. We're good. Though having a weapon at orange sharpness at the end is... it's just driving my eyes crazy seeing that orange up there. A little bit of a shame we didn't get any Baroth scalps. I'm sure we'll need some at some point. Ooh, cactus flowers. Those are good to have. Because with those we can make herbal meds. I really like the Sandy Plains. It's my favorite desert map of all the classic Monster Hunter games. I haven't had enough experience with the Monster Hunter World desert map yet to judge where it fits in, but I really like the Sandy Plains. It's a great map. I wish they had brought it back in Double Cross instead of the Gen 2 desert. What's up, Cha-Cha? Oh, it's the grill mask. And you're going to tell me about an urgent. Good job sending off a letter of recommendation for yourself. Oh, I guess that's interesting. Have you tried a magnifying glass? Like, is it, if you magnified it, would it actually be legible? Because if so, that means that you're a very impressive writer. Like, your penmanship would be amazing in that case. I seriously do enjoy the Guild Sweetheart, though. She's a very wonderfully written character. Alright, so yeah, if I'm allowed to hunt Pecco here, I'll hunt Pecco here, and if not, then we'll do Gobble tomorrow. Who knows which it'll be? I don't. What I do know is I need to put some items in the box so that I'm not carrying them around. And then it's saving time. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Join us next time for either Pecco or Gobble, depending on what I'm allowed to do. See you then, friends.